Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface on the live servers at the moment. And judging from my location, a wee bit of a hint what I've been recording in preparation for when patch 5.2 eventually goes live. Chances are it's going to be this reset. But this video is about archaeology, and have a look at the current archaeological tab as it stands on the live servers. Now if I were to jump to the PTR for patch 5.2, did you notice the change? Well, the greyed out area has changed its appearance, and that's because a 12th faction has been added. And it doesn't take the brain of Britain to work out. I'm in the Dread Wastes, I'm in Kapari Vor. Yes, it's the Mantid who have taken that 12th spot. So what happens when you find one of the fragments? Well, they look like massive walnut encrusted amber toffee. Well, they look quite yummy, to be quite frank. If I found one of those in a box of chocolates, it'd probably get... And if you're lucky enough, you might also find a Mantid Amber Sliver. And that will contribute towards the amount of fragments that you need to complete one of the artifacts. Now, me personally, I'm a big lover of archaeology. I thought it was a pretty good addition to Cataclysm, because Lord knows Cataclysm hardly had any. There might be one or two people that like that expansion, I don't know, but I don't think there's many. Now then, when they actually brought it in, you could find all manner of wonderful goods. You found practical items to wear, you found just some downright stupid items, you found a lot of grey items that you can sell for nice amounts of money. Everything seemed pretty cool. There are even mounts in there as well. But when it came to Pandaria, it all got a little bit too sensible and a little bit too boring. Only 4 rares were added to the game at the start of Mists. We had the Mastery Trinket that could also summon the Quillen. We had the Parasol of Chi-Ji, and we had Zuen's Spear. Then finally, we had the rather amusing anatomical dummy that would actually insult you as you did your rotation. Now, the good thing about those items were they were bind on account, and therefore you could pass them through to lower level characters and they would actually get a rather nice boost from level 85 to 90 with them. But I was expecting more. I was hoping for pets, I was hoping for mounts, and they never actually materialised. So when I found out that a 12th faction was being added and it was going to be the Mantid, my little heart jumped for joy, because I thought, wait a minute, in patch 5.2 we've had a lot of interesting stuff added. We've got the Isle of Giants, we've got the Isle of the Thunder King, we've got these T-Rexes, we've got these dire horns, we've got all manner of cool new things coming into the game. So wouldn't it be great if one of the archaeological finds would be like a skeleton dire horn to go along with a skeleton raptor, which you can get through fossil? And I was rejoicing. Until I found out there are only 2 new rares being added again, and both of these rares were going to be, like before, bind on account practical items. Now, yes, I know we have 56 rare elites scattered around the place, and they do drop some pretty funky stuff. And I'm wondering if Blizzard have kind of moved the burden of the interesting stuff from archaeology over to those rare elites. But that said, that's pretty much the only gripe I've got. I just wanted more. Blizzard have said in the past they try not to put too much into archaeology, but putting enough to keep people interested, because they don't want it to feel as if it's mandatory. I never felt that it was in the first place. But it wasn't too long until this little critter popped up, and this was the first of the rares for me to find. Now, you do need rather a lot of fragments to actually make it, and even when I use 3 of the Amber Slivers, I'm nowhere there. But there was a very cool new item added to the game. So when you go to the Seat of Knowledge and talk to Bram, no, you can't convert any of the made up artifacts into Mantid fragments, but what you can do is purchase this item here. Now what it does is, when you buy it for 1 completed artifact only, for 1 day, for a duration of 1 day, all the dig sites will actually convert themselves to Mantid. So it's not as if you have to fly around to Jade Forest or Kun-Lai Summit or Krasarang Wilds, do the dig sites there and hope that the manted ones pop in Town Long Steps and Dread Waste, because they're the only two areas which these manted dig sites are actually going to appear. So what it's done is it's now shifted all the dig sites that I had randomly around Pandaria to Dread Wastes and Town Long Steps only. So there we go, I've gone out into the real world, I've now completed the gun. Those are the stats for it. Pretty decent, my hunter will like. But I'm not going to show you it quite yet. We'll get to that at the end of the video. So once more, I set out to try and find a second item, and then this popped pretty quickly too. I was relatively happy at the amount of time that I put in. Again, I don't have the fragments to complete, so I need to go out for a little bit and do some more digging. But again, it wasn't too long until I completed it, and this is the sword, and these are the stats. Now, I think I've teased you for long enough. Let's have a look at the gun in all its glory. So, the only way I can truly do this justice is to show it on my Worgen Hunter, and here we are. Oh my God, it looks amazing. It looks like Shockwave, his eye from Transformers. But not only does it look, I think, spectacular, look what happens when you fire it. Yes, you get this amazing sonic effect which seems to come out of the nozzle of the gun. Oh my God, I don't care what I have to do. That is going to be transmogged onto my hunter and stay with it until hell freezes over, which I think is on the 24th. Anyway, I can't release that information. And then finally, let's have a look at this sword. Yeah, it does look pretty cool, but obviously doesn't do all the tricks that a gun does. So there we go. Archaeologists out there, you have at least some added stuff to keep you tied over on patch 5.2. And I hope you enjoyed the vid. Please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter and also like my Facebook. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.